Hey everyone, today I thought I would do a reading vlog. So I am down in the kitchen about to make some tea and let's get going on our day. All right, good morning. I'm back upstairs, have my tea made. So I drink tea in the mornings. I used to drink coffee. I love coffee, but it's just a little too much caffeine for me. So I've switched tea and I've been doing that for over a year now. My favorite tea is the Tazo tea. It's a vanilla bean macaroon. I order it in bulk on Amazon to get the best deal per box. So that's what I typically do every morning. I have a cup. I also got some fun teas for Christmas, and those have a little bit more caffeine. So I only typically do those on mornings when I'm really dragging. And I didn't sleep super well last night, but sometimes if I do too much caffeine, I get jittery. So I'm gonna play it safe and do the smaller dose of caffeine, and then I can always double it. So that's what I've got this morning. I've also been like on a Pop-Tart kick, which I know is not healthy, but I have been really enjoying them lately. I've got brown cinnamon sugar, which is my favorite flavor, followed by the frosted strawberry. That's my second favorite flavor. I also always have a water bottle with me. So I usually have three drinks going in the morning. I do an electrolyte drink first thing in the morning, my water, and then tea. So cheers, let's stay hydrated today. I wanted to go over what I read last night. So I kind of had like a low-key night and did some self-paced reading sprints, which was a lot of fun. So what I do is just kind of set a 30-minute timer, and that way I don't look at my phone, and I'll just read or do another activity. Like typically I'll journal in the evenings. So I kind of do those like accountability sprints. So last night I was reading Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Cowles. So this is on Kindle Unlimited. It's a romantic suspense. I have seen this series all over the place, and sometimes when it comes to overhyped book social media authors, like book talk authors, sometimes they don't hit for me personally. So I was a little nervous because I was like, I don't know, there's a lot of buzz about this author, maybe it's not going to be for me, but so far I'm really liking it. I'm 20% in, 70 pages in, and yeah, I just don't know if I'm in like a mood for kind of the mystery romantic suspense, because my last physical full-length book was a cozy mystery. And then I did pick up a rom-com, and I just couldn't get into it. So I really wanted like a romance plot. So I thought I would pick up this book because it's romantic suspense. So it kind of meets mystery and romance together. So I'll keep you posted on this one. Typically for me, like I am very sensitive when it comes to the media that I consume. So I a lot of times I don't do dark romance because that is just, it's too dark for me. So even sometimes like romantic suspense can get a little dark for me. So I hope it doesn't get too dark because I am really liking it. I had sent a text message to my friend last night about the book, and I was saying that the small town found family vibe is so strong in this book, and I really, really like that. So I want to continue the series, so I hope it's not too dark. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this goes. The tropes in this one are grumpy sunshine, and typically that's not my favorite trope, so I'm trying to kind of get past that. It's not super obnoxious. but it's just not my favorite trope. So I am hopeful as we continue the series, if I like it, that there'll be other tropes that I like more. But I can already see how the series is being set up for like the other characters. They're all each like unique, but they kind of all have their own trauma and backstory, which is really interesting. So it is set in a fictional town of Sparrow Falls, which is in Oregon. So Pacific Northwest vibes, and so far, so good. Before making my tea this morning, I logged into work. So I work remote part-time, and it's really flexible, which is nice for me. So I worked a little bit this morning and then I took a break to make my tea. So now I'm about to log back in. But while I was working, I was listening to a couple of Hallmark review podcasts. So they were going through the most recent movies that I had mentioned in my mid-March reading and watching wrap up. So that was a lot of fun. It's always interesting to hear other people's take on the movies, like if they liked them or if they didn't. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I have a few I would recommend. I really like Dear Hallmark with Dara. She's great. And I also listen to Girls Gone Hallmark and then also the Hallmarkies podcast. So they're like the three that I listen to consistently. There's a lot of Hallmark podcasts out there, but those are the three that I listen to. And then on Instagram, I love, this account was the one that got me into Hallmark movies. It's Merry Movie Club, and the content creator is Sydney, and she is awesome. So I really like her style and her reviews. And so she doesn't have a podcast, but she is on Instagram. So if you are a fellow Hallmark watcher and lover, I think that you should definitely check them out. And now I'm gonna go back to work and drink my tea, eat my Pop-Tarts, and I will check in with you guys soon. Just popping in to show you guys what I see every day. My office / reading corner is in the guest bedroom, and this is Rex. We have two cats. This is Rex, and he pretty much claims this bed as his own. I'm gonna say hi. Oh, hello. You look so handsome. Is it bath time? Okay, I'll let you be. Love you. Okay, I wanted to share this spreadsheet that I've been filling out for 2025. I found it on Book Riot's website, and they are doing a Read Harder challenge. And in conjunction with that, they had this spreadsheet that you can use to track your reading log. And it has a lot of, I guess, formulas built in, which is kind of cool. So you can see your stats. And they also have some pie charts based upon the information that you fill out. So that's kind of fun. But this is the first year that I've done a reading tracker outside of Goodreads. I have tried to do Fable and Storygraph. I like Fable the most out of those two, but I've been on Goodreads for so long that I'm just so used to it, and it's not perfect, but it's just where I prefer to track my reading. So I just thought that it would be cool to have like a place that I own the data, you know what I mean? So like this is my spreadsheet, so I fill it in. And in addition to books that I've read, I would love a way to track DNFs. So I do that on the spreadsheet. So I have them in red here. So I have 4 DNFs so far this year. I have tracked them on Goodreads before, but I just feel like it's not the best system. So I'm going to continue to test this out and see how it goes. It also has this book spending log here. So if you purchase a lot of books, you can track that here and, you know, see how many books you actually read. So I will try to remember to link this in the description, but I have been liking it so far. And so far this year, I've read 12 books. So I'm halfway to my goal, which is 24 books. So I know I'll hit that before the end of the year. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys this. Let me know how you track your reading. I am very curious all the different ways that you can track reading. This particular way just kind of speaks to the nerdy part of me with all of the stats and everything. So I have been liking it. All right, checking in. I just finished lunch and I moved to bed. I was feeling just a little off this morning, so I wanted to rest. And we have this nice padded headboard, which makes it really convenient to sit up in bed and relax. So typically I hang out here even not at night. So I try to be good and mostly hang out on the couch. But sometimes when I'm just feeling super tired, I do come and hang up here. I am watching, oh my gosh, I started the new reality TV show on Hallmark Plus. It premiered today. It is, I think it's called Home is Where the Heart Is. It's like a home design renovation show. And Hallmark for me has been 2 for 2 so far on their exclusive reality TV shows on Hallmark Plus. So the first was Finding Mr. Christmas, and I loved that one. It was my favorite. But I also really like Small Town Setup with Ashley Williams. That premiered in the new year, like January. So this one is with Luke McFarlane, who I love. I think he's a really good actor. And if you like home renovation shows, I think you would really like it. It's just, Hallmark puts like a nice sentimental touch on all of their shows, and they're just so feel good. But I'm sitting here and I'm watching it, and I'm like, you know what? This reminds me of my book that I'm reading so much, because the male main character in the book is Anson, and he works for a like construction company. And the plot of this book is the female main character moves back to her childhood home, which had burned in a fire, and they're now renovating it so she can live there. And I was like, this show is so similar. So now I'm pretty sure that I'm just going to imagine Luke McFarlane as the male main character in my book, because it's such a good image in my head. So yeah, I'll report back when this episode's over and give you a recap and full review. But just the beginning of it, like the first 10 minutes where they're showing the space that they're going to renovate, it was so sweet. I really, really liked it. So I'm curious how the design aspect of it's going to go. So Luke McFarlane is apparently, he was talking about this on the show, but he has like a family history of carpentry. So like it's a skill that's been passed down. So he will be doing that on the show as well as hosting, but then there's also an interior designer that they have on the show. So I'm curious how that's gonna pair together, but so far I am loving it. It's really fun. I'm gonna have to grab my laptop at some point to finish up some work this afternoon, but for right now I'm gonna finish up my lunch break and watch this episode. I'm already just loving it though. Alrighty, I decided to go out for a afternoon walk. It was so nice outside, and I listened to Harry Styles' Fine Line album, which is my comfort album, and walked around the neighborhood for 10 minutes, and it was so good for my mental health. All right, friends, that's it for me today. I am wiped from this afternoon. Things got busy at work, and you probably saw that I just went on a walk. It's been nice here. Spring has finally sprung. So I've been trying to get outside at least for 10 minutes to do a walk. So I'm now laying on the couch. I'm going to read a little bit. Thought I'd take this time to show my Kindle stickers. I love them. I think they're so cute. And yeah,
I did not get a chance to finish Home is Where the Heart Is, because like I mentioned, things got busy at work, so I had to log back in. But I plan to finish that tonight, so I will report back. But in the meantime, I'm going to dive into my book and just rest for the rest of the night. So I will talk with you guys later. And if you haven't already, you can like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you hang around and take care.